motivational speaker, Lauren. If you were to get a woman pregnant, that would be your wife, and that was the end of it. My mother even had a similar situation, just like this. She had sex and she married the first man she was intimate with. But well before then, it was almost a rite of passage. Another thing that was different as men were taught to quote women today. Now you may say, I'm young to talk about this, and I am, but there was a point in time where men quoted women for relationships, but then the possibility of sex. It personally even took me well off until my teenage years to understand that women enjoy sex just as much as men do. I found this out from evaluation, in person research. Matter of fact, I think I will tell you a story. Are you ready for a story? I'm going to tell you this is how I first understood that women like sex just as much as men do. Let me start off by telling you I'm an 80s baby, but I'm going to use this as a 90s baby because that's when I was prime time in my teenage fuckery. Teenagers are usually in their prime age to make the most valuable mistakes that you will be able to make while you're still not responsible for yourself. Once you become an adult, you are then responsible for your own mistakes. But in your teenage years, you can afford to make frivolous decisions because you are still the responsibility of your parents or parent. So, anyway, I was young adolescent teenager who wanted sex just like every other boy 15, 16, 17, and 18. Mind you, in my community or tribe of people who I spend my time conversing with, I actually started to have sex a little late. I remember being in middle school, and kids were highly sexually active. I even remember certain teachers hearing the rumors of affairs between teachers and students. This was before the internet and social media. So, just to let you know that this was happening back then, this didn't just start now. There are a lot of cases that you may hear of, but when I was in middle school, there are plenty of rumors of students having sex with teachers. That was something that I never understood. Me being a male, I always looked at grown teachers, especially women. Why don't they find a man their age? If he was old and broke and had a lot of kids, it doesn't matter. I just didn't understand how a woman can be turned on by a man who can do nothing for her, but there's something he can do for sex, control, validate. The same woman who is 25 on the dating scene may not get validated from the man the way a teenage boy will pedestalize. So when you think about it like that, I actually understand the appeal of an older woman to a younger boy. Teenage, not so much. But I do understand that if a woman was to get a legal man, let's say 18, fresh out of high school, captain of the football team, runs track, has muscles, parents come from money, I see the appeal. I also see the investment. Women think differently than men. Women look at men as investments in their lives. Men look at women as someone that shared an experience with. Even women that will date quote unquote broke dudes. Trust me, that broke dudes has potential somewhere you just don't know. Even if he has made sex game, he has something that you don't have because you're complaining about her situation. If the woman is content with whatever this man is doing for her, that's none of your business. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So, back to the story. When I was young, I would pursue women for sex through dating. So,